Good evening. Hmm. Okay, I hope everybody can listen to me properly and also can view me properly. Okay. Hmm. Good day to my viewers, whether you are it to viewing it live with me or viewing my recording later. Just to introduce myself, I'm Abdullah Aziz Abdullah. I am from Media Beza PLT, and our company provide digital marketing services to small and medium-sized businesses in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. As usual, I will try to have a live session once a week, but for the last 2 weeks, I didn't have time to have my live session. So tonight, Malaysian time, I'm going to have this live session. Our company provide digital marketing services to basically small and medium-sized business. So the video, if you've seen on my channel, most of my videos are either tutorials or tips about digital marketing services. And I also explain some of the important things that my prospective clients need to do before they can actually engage us. All right, for today, or just before that, if you think that you like to, or rather you like the content of my channel, please don't forget to subscribe the channel, and also please like the video and probably share with you guys and your friends. So what are we going to be talking today? As you can see on the screen, or what I'm showing now is basically the topic that I'll be discussing today is website cost, and what are the factors that determine the cost of a website. Okay, I'm compelled to do this topic because recently, website design and development is just one of the service that we do. Other than that, we also providing advertisement services for our customers. For example, we provide ad services. We also provide Facebook ad management. We provide social media management for our clients. So basically, recently we reached out to several companies actually, and I think in this exercise that we went through, we actually sent out cold emails, cold email and cold WhatsApp messages to a lot of companies actually over in Malaysia here in the service industry, and we found out that a lot of them, they don't even have a website now. So some of them responded back to us, and basically they asked us what's the cost of a website. So initially I was a bit I would say eager to provide the cost with them, but after looking at the response that I'm getting to them, I think that there's a lot of a misconception around which is actually concerning the cost of a website. when I look at it, the cost of a website, I can make an analogy of the cost of a website is actually similar to when you're asking someone what is the cost of a car. If you go to a car salesman or car dealership, no, you tell the car salesman, I want to buy a car. I think the first thing that the salesman going to ask you, what type of car do you want? Right? Is it going to be a new car? Is it going to be an old car? If it's a new car, this is the price. And then the next thing they will probably ask you is, what is the budget? Okay, what is the budget that you have? Okay, so this is something that car salesman is going to ask you. So if you are in the market to buy a used car and your budget is about 50,000, when you go to a salesman, you just tell him, I want, my budget is 50,000, I want to buy a used car. So what can I get for 50,000? So the salesman is going to tell you, okay, you're going to get this model for this price. So basically, you will get what you want. This is how when someone buys a car, you cannot just do assessment and tell them, I want a car. And they say, okay, what's your budget? Oh, I don't know. I don't have a budget. What car do you want? Is it used or new? I don't know. I don't know whether it's going to be new or used. What sort of features you want in the car? I don't know. I don't know what sort of features you want in the car. So how can the salesman sell you a car? So there's a lot of factors that you need to understand before you can buy a car. So buying a website is actually similar to buying a car. There's a lot of factors that actually determine the cost of a website. So today, excuse me. So today in this presentation, what I want to share with you are some of the main factors. There could be other factors. Maybe I have forgotten some of the factors, but these are some of the main factors that actually determine the cost of a website. Okay. I'm providing this guideline so that you will understand that before you even speak to any web developer, you have an understanding that this is going to be the cost of the website. So then you will not simply ask or rather give some unnecessary or something that is doesn't make sense, cost which doesn't make sense to the website developer. So either you make a mockery out of him or just be probably wasting your time. There's no point to even have any discussion if basically you don't do all these things. Similar to my example just now with the car, there's no point to even talk to a sales if you do not know what type of car you want. You do not know how much budget you're looking at. You do not know what model you want to buy. I mean, there's no point to even talking to a salesman about buying a car. So similar to that, if you are in market to look for a website and you do not know what sort of budget you at, and then what do you want the website to be, there's no point for you to even talk to web developer. So I hope the factors that I will be showing you after this will give you some understanding, some idea of what sort of pricing that you can expect from a website developer. Okay, for a start, this is the most important questions that you need to ask yourself. Why do you need a website? This is the first question you need to ask yourself. Why do you need a website? What's the reason that you want a website? Okay, there's a lot of business today. They are actually thriving without the need of a website. Probably they use a Facebook page, or they use Instagram account. They use TikTok to promote their business. So there's a lot of companies who are actually doing this way to promote their business. So why do you need a website in the first place? Okay, that's all. Just hold on for a while.
Okay, guys. Welcome to our video.
Oh, just sorry.
Welcome to our video.
Sorry. This is disturbing. Actually, I'm checking my YouTube live here whether the feed is coming in or not. But anyway, I think it's coming in. Oh. Okay, coming back again. Why, as a business, why do you need a website? This is the first question that you have to ask yourself. What's the website for? Okay, because this actually will determine how much budget that you need to allocate for your website. Okay, for example, if the website, I'm just giving some examples of why a person or rather a business needs a website. Number one, they want a website because they want to have an online brochure. This is a typical reason why somebody needs a website. They want to have an online brochure because they know today people are browsing the internet to find out information about their business. So if they don't have an online brochure, they know that people are not going to find them on the internet. So they might be losing business. Okay, so this is an online brochure. So this is the simplest type of website a business will have, an online brochure. Okay, next, after an online brochure, you have to ask yourself, who are your customer actually if you're going to be using the website? Who are actually your customer? If you are selling, for example, a cupcake, you know that your customer are going to be people living nearby your location. They probably be someone within say 5 to 10 kilometers from your shop, where they will drive to your shop to buy the cupcakes. But if you are a service contractor, for example, you are in roof repairs or in landscape maintenance, probably your customer will be in the surrounding area of maybe 50 kilometers. You might not go beyond 50 kilometers. You will not even serve customers who are beyond 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers. You will not go beyond that area of service. Okay, so this actually also determine the kind of website that you want to have. Okay, next, if you need to show your website to, for example, government agencies, you are bidding for government projects, and nowadays government projects, most of the bidding exercise that they do, they want to go online and check your profile, your company profile. They want to see whether you have a website or not. So if that is the situation, so you're talking about bidding for projects. Maybe your projects is throughout the country. For example, the whole of Malaysia, you're trying to bid. So you may need something that really showcase your strength of the company, what you can do as a company. So basically, you need to ask yourself before you even talk to a developer, do you really need a website? Do you really need a website? And I mean, if apart from having a website, have you used other means of marketing your business online? Have you used Facebook advertisement? Have you used Google free website to promote your business? Have you used, for example, Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram to promote your business? Have you done TikTok if you are into videos, short videos? So have you done all that to promote your business, right? So if you think that having a website can enhance the value of your business, can provide more future business to you, then the website is valuable to you, right? So now we are talking a website as not being a cost to you anymore. It's now an investment to you. It's not a cost because it's valuable to you. If it's not valuable to you, then don't even think about getting a website because it's going to be costly. It's going to be a cost of hiring a developer if you are hiring somebody else to do for you. Even if you're doing yourself, it's going to be costing you time that you should be doing, for example, baking your cupcakes or looking for customers for your roof repair works. So you're going to take your time out of this business development work or operational work that you're going to need to do. So if you don't need a website, then don't even think about having a website. So if you think the website is going to be valuable to you, so the website has a value. So now just now I explained to you just now is what is the who are the customers you're looking at, and what is the value of your website. For example, if you are a contractor serving a surrounding area of 50 kilometers from where your business is at, for example, you are in say Klang Valley, you're serving 50 kilometers, and Klang Valley has a big population of about almost 8 million population. There are, I don't know how many millions household that would probably need roof repair works. So what is the value of one roof repair work that somebody engage you by virtue of you having a website? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So maybe you one website that you have, the website that you paid for, one job that you got from the website will pay off the website cost. So because the website is so valuable to you. Similarly, if you are a contractor bidding for, say, government projects, where each project is costing you, say, 500,000 or R1 million, 2 million ringgit, 3 million ringgit, and because you do not have a website, you will probably not get jobs from government because the government cannot see your past services, your past projects. They might think that you are not a credible company. So the value of your website actually probably is equal to the value of your project. If you are bidding for projects of 500,000 and above, so I mean, if you're paying, say, for example, 10,000 ringgit for a website, it's actually more than worth it, because if you're going to get a job for 500,000, what is 10,000 ringgit? It's nothing. So that's why I say, what value do we have with the website? So this is the first thing you need to ask yourself: what value do you have with the website, right? So now I've talked about who your customers are, talk about the value of your website. Now let's talk about what are the factors that determine the cost of the website. Okay. Now I've gathered a few factors actually, which actually determine the cost of the website. Number one, the first factor is actually causing the differences in the price of a website is actually the number of pages, right? So a typical brochure website is probably going to be having around 5 pages. Should not be more than that. Not necessarily to have more than that, and definitely more than 1 page. Definitely more than 1 page. Normally, a 5-page website will probably have a home page, have a page about us, who you are, the services that you do, probably a contact page, and maybe normally they will have some pictures about, or gallery about the projects that you have done, about the businesses that you have. 4 to 5 pages. This is a typical brochure type website. Okay, this is the most simplest brochure type website. Okay, where it's actually only a brochure type website. But sorry, let's go back. Before I talk about layouts, so if you have more than 5 pages, you got 10 pages, you need a brochure website which is much more detailed. So you have 12 services and that you're providing. So you need more than 1 page to provide the services. So you need probably now 12 pages each page to tell a story about one service. So there's only 12 pages. Previously, for a typical brochure website, you probably need only 1 page for the service. Now you need 12 pages for the service. So it's going to be different, because it's going to cost time, extra time to create 12 pages. Not only the pages, there's going to be copywriting involved. We'll talk about copywriting later. So let's say now you have more than that. You want to have a page where you want to showcase if you're a contractor, you want to showcase all your projects. How many projects you want to showcase? How many past projects do you want to showcase? 1 project, 2 projects, 3 projects, 10 projects, 20 projects. These are all individual pages that you need to have. Okay, so this will add more cost to the projects, to the website. Okay, what else? You want to have FAQ, frequently asked questions, because you do not want people to keep on asking you when you submit the price quotation. You want to have a page or maybe several pages which explain what are your typical answers that people normally ask you, and you have a standard set of questions that you answer the questions. So there's going to be additional pages. So, for example, if you're an e-commerce website, you want to sell products online. So how many products you want to sell? So these will all determine the number of pages that you need to have understand. So this is which is the number. Now, sector. I think you see now is the layouts, the layout of the website. Okay, website is just like a piece of blank paper. A web page is just like a piece of paper. You can be creative to draw as as you can be as creative as you want to be to draw the layout as what you want it to be. Because it's just a blank piece of paper. It's just like a blank piece of paper. So more often, what has happened before, which I noticed with some of my clients and some of what I noticed about a lot of people who actually engage web developer, they are not happy with the layouts. Why they're not happy with the layout? Because when you are not paying to a proper process of designing a layout, normally the web developer is just going to more or less push to you the layout that they think is necessary for your business. So that's why it is have a proper I would say a proper process, so that in the final layout that you have is the thing that you want. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to be paying money to a web developer, you must make sure that the money is well worth spent. You must be happy with the outcome, right? So I think the first outcome that a lot of clients will want to look at is actually the layout. How beautiful is going to be the layout? So they do not want for you to simply give a layout that you do not want. It's like buying a car. I mean, I like a blue car, a blue metallic paint. I simply go to see a salesman and say that I want a brand new Honda, and they just give me a white Honda because I don't like the color. I don't like the color. So I'll be angry with the salesman. So this is what's happening with a lot of web developer, especially when the client are expecting a very cheap price for a website. They are not putting in the whole process of web design. So like myself, like our company, we want to ask our clients, actually, what sort of layout do you want for your website? Of course, there are typical layouts that most websites for that particular industry will have. But what normally we'll do, we have a certain process. For example, the first process is we want to agree on the layout. We have certain process. For example, first we want to agree on the number of pages, and also the sub pages. This is what we call the the sitemap in the language of web designer. This is called a sitemap. So what is a sitemap? I'm just going to show you a sitemap. So we have a blog post on our actually to show you what sitemap is. So it's just a map which shows the various pages in the website and also the sub pages on the web. So this is a sitemap. So this is the first thing we need to come out and agree with our client who's going to be engaging us. So how many pages and what are the sub pages under each of those pages? Okay, for example, if under services page we have 12 services, so there's going to be 12 sub pages. So we're going to be preparing the sitemap for each of the pages. For example, if we have a project page, so we have 12 projects under the 12 under the project page. So we're going to have 12 sub pages. So this is the first thing we need to be clear upon. Okay, and then we're going to be coming out with what we call wireframe. Wireframe is a skeleton layout of the website. So I'm just showing you now example of wireframe. This is a wireframe. So there's no colors there. For example, in this wireframe, there's only two colors: white and blue, light blue, and the text in black. Nothing else. So it's just a frame, a skeletal frame of the website with all the sections that we are proposing. For example, the top header portion. So what does it look like? And then the second section, for example, the service section. the about section, and what else, and the testimonial sections. So these are what we call wireframe. So we want to agree with our clients. We want to agree with you guys. So this is going to be the layout of the website. No colors, no nothing. Nothing. It's just the wireframe. So this is the I would say the correct process of designing your website. So in the end of the day, you will get the important is that before we even talk about the colors that we want to put on the website and the images that we want to put on the website, we have to agree on the frame of the website. It's just like buying a car, I mean, we're talking about buying a custom-made car. It's not buying a car. It's just like, when you build a car, you need to have the frame ready first before you can actually get the car done, right? So you need the wireframe. So our process is that we want to agree with our clients the wireframe of the website. Okay. Next, we want to agree. After we agree on the wireframe, we're going to be agreeing on the color schemes and the fonts. This is also very important. You might have certain colors that you prefer for your website, and you want to have certain fonts on your website. So we have to agree on these fonts. Okay. So after you've done all that, then what we do, we create mockups for you. So this is the next process. This is what I'm talking about, the process of building a website. So there's a process. So there is a mockup. So we create the mockups. The mockups is just a mockup. There is no text there. There is no relevant text. There is no correct image that you want on the website. It's only text and a dummy image, nothing else. But it's a mockup. The mockup will just show the colors that you want. For example, if your main color is dark blue and yellow, so it's going to be dark blue and yellow. You will see dark blue and yellow. When you look at the website, it's going to be appealing to your eyes in terms of the fonts, in terms of the colors. It's going to be appealing to you. This is the first thing you want to do. Now we're not talking about the content yet. This is just the visualization of the website. So this is where this process, the wireframe, and probably the wireframe will not go through. We will go through a certain kind of revision until the client agree on the frame that they want. Once it's there, so when we start going into the mock-up phase, probably the client will probably need to revise whether they agree or not on the font size, the heading fonts, the subheading fonts, the typical font size, the color of buttons, whatever. All this has to be agreed upon. So once we agree upon, then we go to the next step. So these will all determine cost of the website. So I'm saying it's not a very simple process. Next, this will also determine the cost of the website. Okay, what are the images that you want to use for the website? Okay, so what are the images they're going to use on the website? Number one is, where does all this image come from? Do you provide the image from your images? And if you provide the images, what things that we need to do on the image? Whether we need to do any graphic design on the image, that's going to be costly. If it is going to be just removing the background, I mean, that's a negligible cost to it. But if you're going to add, customize the image, okay, if you're going to modifying the image, so there's going to be some cost, extra cost there. You want to add shade to the image, there's going to be cost there. But for example, if you just want to have a color image turning into a black and white, it's very easy, and the software to do that is very easy. But if you want to have a certain texture or a color, that's going to be difficult, right? So do you need modification done on the image? So how the number of images that you want to use? For example, if you have one service page, probably you have 3 images there. But if you have, for example, 12 service page, so going to be 36 images there. So when we're talking about images, we're talking about the time factor involved to gather the image and modify the image and upload the image onto the website. So these are our costs. This is going to be extra cost to your website, the whole project cost. Okay, so is there going to be any graphic design work on any images? Right? So you may not want an image. You may want to have, for example, illustrations to be done on the images. Some illustration, some cartoon-like illustration. There's a lot of website now. They have cartoon-like illustrations they want on their website. So those are, those are additional graphic work that has to be done. So these are all things that will affect the cost of the website. Why I'm asking? Because sometimes the developer will propose certain images and the owner is not happy, and they will say, oh, I don't like the images being used. Why you don't like? Because I want to have cartoon-like effect on my website. Because he did not specify that he wants cartoon-like effect. So of course the developer is not going to cater for that. Then he will say, oh, I'm not happy with the developer. So it's good for the client. No? You better tell that you want certain illustrations. How many illustrations? Because each illustration is going to cost money. If you have one illustration, one page, it's going to be a certain cost. You're going to have 12 pages, 30 pages of illustration. So there's going to be a lot of illustrations that you need to prepare for your website. So there's going to be cost to it. So all that has to be built into the cost of the website, right? Okay. So if you did that, you better tell your clients. And do you want animations? A lot of website now has animations on the images, on the rows, on the component of the website. There's a lot of images. When scrolling the website, there is image, there is animations on the, without even scrolling the website. There's animation on the loading of the website. There are animations. There are a lot of animations that can be done on our website. So you have to tell the website developer that you want certain animations. So if you do not know what kind of animations you want, you better show your developer some websites that you really like the animations, and just tell them, I want this sort of animations for my website. So when they create the mockup, they will put up the animations for your website. So these are all important to understand before they even do the mockup. Because once you do the mockup, so when we do the mockup of the website, it means that the website is already built on the server. It's already built on the server. So these are things that are going to add cost to the website if you do not specify early upfront that you want, for example, animations. Okay. What else? Copywriting. Okay, this is another thing. Normally, if you do not specify copywriting to be done by the developer is not going to do copywriting. The developer is expecting the client to submit the copy of the website. Okay, so this is something that sometimes will cause problems, poor relationship between the developer and the client. The client is expecting the developer to provide the copywriting, and the developer is waiting for client to provide the copywriting. So this is something that has to be clarified upfront. Who does the copywriting? Is it the client or is it the developer? Who does it? Who's going to do it? So if the client is going to do the copywriting, so it's clear cut. The client is providing all the copy for the website contents. Everything. Not a single word will come from the developer. Even all the grammatical error also will be corrected by the client. Okay, by the client. But if the client say, no, I do not want to get involved in the copywriting, I want you to create the copywriting, then there's some things that you need to ask the developer, because not every developer is a good copywriter. A developer may be good at design, they may be good at coding, but not all are good at copywriting. So you have to ask your developer, are they good at copywriting or not? You have to ask them. Don't just assume that they are good at copywriting, because what's going to happen is when if you ask them, can you do copywriting for us? Yes, they can do copywriting for you, especially if they can converse or write well in English. If you want in English or you want in For example, you want a national language in Bahasa Malaysia, they probably be good in Bahasa Indonesia. But the point is, if they are not a real copywriter, you may not get the results that you want. So what are the results that you want? Probably you want people who come to the website and they get impressed with what they're reading about the website, which going to cause them to take certain action, call you, do business with you. So that requires a certain copywriting skill. So the best thing is you ask your prospective developer if they want to do copywriting for you, show some examples of the copywriting that they have done. So maybe if they have a blog, okay, look at their blogs, how they write the contents of their blog. If they are on social media, look at the captions on their social media posting, how they write the captions. So from there you can gauge whether they are good at copywriting. From there you can engage, right? So copywriting is very important. It's not a cheap service actually. It's not a cheap service. It can be quite expensive, but this is something that you have to ensure your developer, if he's going to be providing copywriting service, he will provide the copywriting service. This is actually up to the requirement of a real web copy. Writing a web copy for website is not the same as writing a book, or writing a technical paper. It's not the same, right? So that's why you have to ask them how are they writing, what are the main component, how are they going to write contents, what techniques they're using to write content. At least once they tell you, okay, they use these techniques, they use certain way, the certain words, then they understand what is copywriting. Otherwise, you have to engage somebody else to do the copywriting for you, or you do yourself. Okay, like I said earlier, not all web developers are good copywriter. Of course, they want to package everything together, but you might not get the results that you want. Okay, right? Who's responsible for copywriting? Okay. Now, other features, okay, on the website that you want. So what are the things that you want on the website? So these are the things that you have to clarify upfront to your developer. For example, what are features? For example, you want custom forms. Typically, a website will just have a contact form, which actually normally they will be asking the name, the email, or the phone number. So I need to just proceed with the hello. Okay, sorry for all this technical error that is occurring on the website. Now let's go back now to my presentation. Okay, I hope everything's okay now. Let me just confirm back again on my YouTube that I'm actually hearing my voice properly. Just give me 1 minute. Sorry that this is happening actually. Hello, testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello. Okay. Okay, now I can hear properly. The voice can be heard properly now. Right. Okay. Sorry again for the disturbance now. Now, custom forms. So what are custom forms actually? So custom forms, probably you want to have a lot of uh, information you want to gather from the people on your website. You want them to probably tell a bit more about not only their name or their email. You want their phone number, you want their address. Maybe you are trying to find out if you are a contractor, uh, you want to know their budget, or if you are a contractor, you want to know the size. If you're painting contractor, maybe you expect them to tell you the size of your, you know, the the wall that need to be painted. If you are, pest control, you want to have them upload pictures about the situation of the house, the pest that she's having in the house. So these are what we call custom forms. So custom forms are not a straightforward type of forms. They need a lot of customization. So you need to tell your developer that you need custom forms and what are the features that you need to have on the custom forms. So what else? Probably you need to have a booking system. For example, you want to minimize the people. If you're a consultant, for example, you normally want to have people coming in to make an appointment to see you. So you want to minimize the hiring of staff who just handles booking for you, for your company. So you want to have a booking system in the website. So that's going to be additional cost that you need to have on your website. So what else? You want to have a help desk. If you are, for example, an IT company, or the services that requires a help desk, you want to have a simple help desk where somebody can just submit the problems that they have with the product that you are providing. So they want to submit their what is it the problems that they're having. Even as simple as putting an online chat form on the website. So these are additional features that you have to tell the developer this is what you want. So these are all going to be making the cost of the website different. Also, you want to have customer resources. You want to have a section on the website where your customers can go through if they have problem about your product and services, because you do not want to have additional staff to handle customer complaints, to handle the issues related to your product. You want to have certain pages which tell your customers what to do uh, when they have problems with their products, and how to the instruction manual, that kind of thing you want to have on the website. So these are things that you need to determine whether you want this or not. So this will all make the website cost different. And also e-commerce. This is also will make a big impact on your website. Whether you want to are you selling one product, you're selling 5 products, 10 products, 100 products. You want to have e-commerce together integrated with selling a course, online course. So these are features, special features that you need to have on your website. So if you need this on your website, so you better tell your developer that you want all these features on your website, so he can price them properly. Okay, what else? Now, another way for it's good for you when you are discussing about the features of your website is for you to tell your developer that you already have a certain website that you like, the features, the visuals, the functionality of the website. So if you've seen this website, you have to tell your prospective web developer that you want a similar website. So then the website developer will be easy for them to tell you whether, with the budget that you have, they can suit the project, they can suit the website or not. So this is very important, because it's just like buying a car. I want a blue Toyota, dark blue Toyota, with sports rim, all these things, a leather seat, So because I want that type of car, but then at the end of the day, the salesman will not deliver what you want. He will not deliver the color that you want. He will not deliver the seat that you want. He will not deliver the rims that you want. Of course, you will not be happy. So that's why in building a website, so you must be happy with the end results of the website. In order for you to be happy with the end result of the website, you have to tell the web developer what you actually want. So the best way is actually you tell the developer if you like a certain website, you tell the developer, I want my website to look like this. So you have to tell the developer. You have to tell the developer, I want my website to look like this. Okay, then comes to the next question. What is the budget that you want to allocate for a website to have the features that you want? This is very critical, because there's no point for you to say, no, I want a dark blue Toyota, year 2015. I want a dark blue Toyota, and the market price for that type of Toyota year 2015, 2.0, uh, 2.0 Camry, the cost is about 100,000 ringgit. But suddenly you tell your developer, no, I want a black Camry 2015, but I only have 50,000. So you think you're gonna get the car? You're not gonna get a car. So what's the point? What's the point? So the developer, the car salesman will say, "Oh, you can't get 50,000. No, I still want 50,000 only. Can you give me 50,000?" So you will fight until what they say the cows goes home. You will still not going to get the car for 50,000 ringgit. So that's why the budget is very important. If you show the website that you want to a developer, and you say my budget is this amount of money, and he says no, we cannot do it this amount of money, fine. Go to another developer. There's a lot of developers. Just browse on the internet. Just Google website developer and tell them, no, I want my website to look like this. How much is going to cost me? So of course he's going to make some calculation. Then you find the best that you want. From there you know whether it's going to be excuse me, something achievable or not. So don't stick to one. While you're looking for prices, don't stick to one guy. Ask several guys. Ask 3, 4 guys. Ask 10 guys. No problem. Because at the end of the day, you want to be happy with what you paid for. That's what you want, right? You want to be happy with the design that you are getting. You don't want to be paying for something you don't like. So budget. Okay. Now, some web developer is going to offer you SEO works. So this is something whether you want or not. Okay. If you do not want any SEO works, then the developer is going to they're not going to put in additional SEO works, right? So there's a lot of SEO works that has to be done. SEO means search engine optimization, where work has to be done on your website so that they can rank high on the search engine. You get actually free traffic when people type in keywords related to your business. but it's not going to be an easy process. But some developer going to set up your website so that it's going to be SEO friendly. But it doesn't mean that you're going to straight away go to page one. No, you'll not get page one. But you've already become SEO friendly. So there are some of the works that need to be done. For example, the copywriting has to be catered towards SEO. Now the copywriting is totally different now. It's no more marketing type of copywriting. It's now becoming a SEO type of copywriting. So there's another skill that you have to ask your developer, can they do it? Okay. Now, apart from SEO works, also there's security involved. Do you need security to be in place on your website? Is the website critical enough that you need security, okay, on the website? The most minimum part of website that you must have is actually backup. You must have a, so you have to ask yourself, you have to ask the developer what sort of backup that they are providing within the price that they are putting to you. Okay, they may be saying that on the backup will be done automatically. We put in a software to do it automatically, or they will say no, the backup will be done by the what do you call it, the hosting company. So you have to ask them. Okay, if you want them to back up automatically, there's certain software they have to add onto their website. It's not going to be free, and especially if you want them to back up regular basis, for example, once a week, once a month, there's going to be additional cost involved there. So you have to ask your developer, okay, you need what sort of security backup? Do you want a backup against DDoS attack? DDoS attack is actually is very critical attack on a lot of websites, which can cause the website to go down. Do you want to have DDoS attack protection? So maybe if your company is small, you do not need it. But if your company is big, you probably need it, because especially if you got a lot of data, you got a lot of consumer data that you do not want failure on the website. So you may need DDoS attack protection. And at least as a minimum, you need to have a secure SSL certificate. So this certificate is actually, we can see on my screen here, this log image on the website. For example, if you go and see my website, I have this log here on the website. So this is the minimum that you need to have on the website. Okay, so these are some of the questions. I would say the most important questions that you need to get clarified with your developer before you actually engage them to have a website done for you. So what we do as a company at MediaBazaar, normally what we'll do, we will send our prospective clients some questionnaire that we will let them to fill in, so that we can understand more about their website. So this is like a preliminary questionnaires that we would like our prospective clients to fill in. This will also basically eliminate any, I would say, uh, someone who's not interested, who's not really serious about getting a website. If they do not want to spend time to actually fill out the forms, means they are not really serious in getting a website. So these are questionnaires that we will send to those people that want to have a website done for them. These are basic questions before we actually go to the details of, like I mentioned in my presentation just now. So basically, we're going to ask about the details, and we're going to ask about whether it's going to be new or an upgrade of existing website. And we will let you to describe your business in a few sentences. So you need to tell us about your business, basically who you are. I mean, how long have you been in this business? How big is your company? Basically, and we also ask you to tell us the services that you offer. What are the services that you are offering, and also your target audience. So like I mentioned earlier in my presentation, the start of my presentation, who are your target audience? We would like to know. Okay, whether it's within 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 50 kilometers, throughout the country or throughout the world. So we also want to know who are your target audience. Okay, next we want to also know what makes your service unique. Okay, because the uniqueness of your service is sometimes can make us enable us to provide a certain type of features that will portray the uniqueness of your services. Okay, next is the features that you want on a website. So I've explained just now the features that the features that you want on your website. So you put in the features that you want. And okay, next we want you to share with us 3 websites that you like. Okay, the design, and maybe tell us why you like them. Okay, why you like the design. And next is, do you want us to provide content marketing service? Means to say, do you want us to provide the copywriting for you? So we like to know this also. If you do not want, then we will not do in copywriting. We just have the website ready with dummy text. Okay. Next, do you want us to provide ongoing support and maintenance of the website? This is something that we also want to know, whether you want us to provide the support. So this is something that we're going to be put into our costing. If you want us to provide ongoing support, then we will provide the what are the costs involved in providing the ongoing support and maintenance. Ongoing support is something like what I mentioned earlier. You need us to protect your website with proper backups and updating of the softwares. Also need proper backup, proper updating of softwares to the latest version. Okay, do you need us to do that or not? Or do you need to us to update the contents of the website? Maybe because you do not want to the images to be forever looking like the you want to have an ongoing replacement of the images or text. You want to have new text, you want to have new pages. So these are all ongoing support and maintenance, right? Or do you want to have a static now with no changes throughout your entire of your website content? Of course, that's not going to be something feasible, not practical, not recommended also. Okay, next is also what's your budget. Okay, this is something that you also need to tell us what's your budget. Yeah? Because if you look at your requirement, sorry, and if your budget is too low, we'll tell you no, we cannot meet the project because your budget is too low. You have to talk to other developers because you do not want to get any business relationship with somebody whom we know we cannot deliver accordingly, and we know that the end result will make our customer not happy, and when they're not happy, they will just not be happy with us. They probably give bad review about us. We do not want that to happen. And finally, excuse me, we also want to know your launch date. If you want it done within 1 week, whether it's possible or not, within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, you tell us, and whether we can do it or not. So these are a set of questions that we would like you to answer to us if you're looking to engage us to do the website services with us. So if you think that this is too much for you guys to respond, then maybe I will consider that you are not serious with engaging us for your website design services. Like I said in my presentation earlier, and again, I'm repeating that we want to give the best service to our customers. We do not want to have our customer complaining about they are not receiving the website that they want. They're not happy with the design. They're not happy with the images. They're not happy with a lot of things on the website. We do not want all this happen. And the worst thing is that we do not want to have the website abandoned, in the middle of the project, because this has happened sometimes with our clients. They abandon the website halfway. So of course, there are a lot of reasons for the abandonment, but at the end of the day, we know that they are not happy with the services that we provide. So we do not want that to happen. So we want to be clear. Whatever the client wants, we want to deliver it to them so that they be happy at the end of the day. And if they agree with our price, then we will move forward, and we will deliver accordingly to what they want, and at the end of the day, they will get the results that they want and be happy with us. That's what you want. Okay, so I hope this video is quite long. I hope you guys have uh, can appreciate what I explained here, and you can actually use this as a guide whether you want to engage us for your website, your next website development work, or you want to use this as a guideline for you to engage another company, another web developer to do your web design work. Anyway, that's about it for our presentation tonight. So if you think that you like the presentation, please share this video and please like our video. Okay, that's all for today. Okay, see you guys. Okay, bye bye.